Hello friend, welcome back. In our previous video, here we successfully display all that our income, and also here we successfully display all that our expense, right? Now I want to get our total balance. Total balance will be that is our income will be minus our expense, then that will be our total balance, right? Now let's do that work. For doing this, here in our index, so to this index, I want to create another method. Like that is our total, the show total income and to show total expense. So that will be just like that same. Okay, that will be just like that same. Better after this I want to declare another method as a show. Okay, show total balance. Okay, total balance. So this type of one of the function, I want to declare this function. That will be as a function. There is a functions, and then that will be the show. Okay, show total balance, right? So that is our function. I simply declare this function. So into this function, what exactly you have to do? First of all, we have to get all that our data, right? I have already get displayed all the data with this get item from local storage. That is one of the method. Now to declare this method. With this we'll get all that our value. Now I want to do, and for first time I want to get all the data. Okay, all that our local storage data, I take it with this item. And after that, what exactly we have to do? We have to for each it, right? We have to run that for loop. I want to use that as a for, and into this for area I want to declare that let. I make it as an item. Okay, item of items. Okay, so that will be the items. I simply declare this items. I hope you already remembered that part. That is very easy process right now. And then I want to do better for the starting variable. I want to set in here. I take one of the variable as a balance. Okay, I make it as a let, and then balance. I want to start that things that will be started from the 0. And now this balance, okay, this balance will be as a plus when it will be get all the items. So into this if for each condition, here I want to add another if. That is our if condition, and with this if with this item, right, with this item, when our type, okay, that is our type, when that will be as equal plus, then I want to add this data, right? So that will be our balance. So with this balance I want to do that will be as a plus equal, right? So that will be as a plus equal. That means that will be add all the data. So first of all I want to do, that is our number, and here also we have to change it because that is all that our string value. Here we have to make it as a numeric value, right? If you want to make this numeric value, then that will be as a parse init, right? So there is a parse in it. So now with this I want to change all that our value. So if you want to access this value, that will be as our item and then the value. Okay, I simply take this value. Great. So if it's positive, then it will be add all that number, and else, okay, that will be else it will be same, else it will be minus, right? That means our balance will be as a minus equal. That will be as a minus equal, it should be minus all that number, and then I want to change that our string type, that is a parse init, and then our item, right? Item, with this item, that will be our value. I simply take it. Great. Right now all the things in our balance. Now I want to display it, right? If you go to our index, into this index, that is actually our total balance, right? Into the total balance you can see there is our balance amount, and then there is also another p tag. So that will be just like that same. Here there is a query selector, but I copy it. Okay, I copy it, and then after this here I paste it. So now that is a document, and then the query selector, into this query selector class name as a balance amount. So that will be as a balance amount, and then the p tag, and then in our inner text area, here I want to display our which things. I want to display our balance. Okay, so I simply, right now we don't need this. So here I want to do and simply display this balance. Now if you want to check it, click as a save all. Now let's check this out. Go there, click as a refresh. You can see it's now successfully displayed as a 50. It's now successfully displayed as a $50 because of all our income as a 250, and then expense as a 200. That means our total balance as a 50. Here if you also want to change it, like when that will be as a minus, if you want to change that background color, you can also change it. Like if you go to that index, here you can see into the header that have one of the class as a green. So I want to do when that will be as a positive, then that will be as a green, and when that will be as a negative, then that will be changed as a red. Okay, so if you want to do that work here, after this, okay, after this I want to add another if condition. Okay, I hope you already remembered that part, what exactly you have to do. That is all our balance. Okay, balance, and with this balance, when this balance will be as a greater than, okay, greater than or the equal as a 0, then I want to do here I want to first of all get all that our with this document, and then the query selector. You can actually do a lot of work, friend. If you understand that core functionality is very easy. Then our class name as a here as a header, right? So I want to get that as a header. I simply get it as a header, and into this header area there have also one of the class name as a green, right? I want to copy it, and now after that, and when that will be header, into this header area I want to do after that will be our class name. So dot class name, right? So this class name I want to do, then that will be as a green. Great. And else, okay, else I want to do the another work. Else it will be the same things. Okay, that means it will be same, only our class name will be changed as a red. Okay, then that will be as a red. So that is a pretty much simple condition I apply. Now if you click as a save all, now go there, click as a refresh, everything is great. But right now I want to increase our expense. Okay, here I make it as expense another $100. Okay, sorry, I make it as value as a 100, and I'll take another one as a book 1. Okay, book 1. Now if you click as a save, so now you can see it's now successfully inserted. And now if you refresh it, you can see our background is now become changed, because our total balance is now minus 50. Okay, it's now successfully changed. And also here you can see there is the same things, like when you add this data that is not updated, after that refresh is updated, then what exactly you have to do, I have already discussed about that things with you. Only we have to actually call this method when this data is added. And that means in our added method, here you can see before I have already added both of this in our add item method. Into this add item method, after this I want to add also our total, that is a show total balance. Okay, this method I loaded. Now click as a save all. Now that should be executed. Here right now we don't need to refresh this page. I want to add another income as a plus. I make it as a mobile. Okay, mobile, and for the mobile I will make another 100. Okay, I make it as another 100. So now that should be as a another balance. Now click as add. You can see now our balance is updated at 350, 300 minus, so that means our total balance as a 500, and also our background is changed without loading this page. Okay, friend, I hope it's very much clear to you. How to do that work is very simple. One of the condition, okay, here with very simple one of the condition we actually change that our class name. So if you want to make it with the ternary operator, then you can also do that work. Then that will be only simple one line. Okay, I hope you already know how to do that work, but I show you. Okay, I show you like then that will be one of the documents with this document, then the query selector, right? The same procedure. There is a query selector here. We have to get that our header. Like I make it as a header. Okay, that is our header. There is a header class, and then the class name. Okay, class name, and class name is the what? Class name when that will be I want to do, that is this condition I want to apply in here. Okay, so that will be one of the condition when this balance will be as a greater than or the equal 0, then okay, then that will be I want to change that class name as a green. Okay, green, and else that will be as a red. Okay, red, that is another class as a red. You can see with the simple one line we can actually do that work. Okay, so right now we don't need to write down this code. So if you want to write down it, you can write down it, rather than that will be perfect. Okay, if you better I make it as a comment out. And now if you check it, click as a save all. Now that will be the same. You can also do that work like that way. I want to add another one as a mobile. Okay, mobile 1, and I put that value as a like as a 200, and I make it as a minus. Okay, then our background will be changed. Now click as a add. You can see everything is perfectly working. So as I told you, you can do that things like that way, or rather than if you want to make it as a ternary operator with the simple one line, you can do this work. Okay, I hope both of this is very much clear to you. I hope friend you enjoyed this project. So this is very simple one of the project, but very interactive, lot of the functionality. I hope it's now very clear to you. So thanks for watching. I will see you in the next video.